Hello, hello, hello. We'll be starting up shortly. Just 1 second. Back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Or maybe not quite that. Ha wink, ha wink. One moment, but we'll be starting the game up real quickly. Alrighty. Double checking things before I start, but they look fine enough to me. Alrighty, welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It'll enter. Now, one thing that I'll say right off the bat, because with this whole, dealio, the fact that I remember the last time I set the time, it said that I could set the next time to be whatever I fucking wanted. And you know me, as a person of my, authority, that obviously means that, I need to set it to the best time possible. That's right. We got this, folks. 420, your favorite time of day. It sure is, my guy. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. No, I gave you a funny number. Okay, now I'm curious as to how accurate 4:20 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. I'll tell you. Wildly inaccurate. It's wildly inaccurate. By about 6 hours? So we'll give it's like this inaccurate. Yes. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy on the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. Thanks, buddy. I'm a fucking comedian. It's good to collect data. Don't collect my personal data, though. I wish we had more sliders. But we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Hey, wait a fucking minute. You know, this is a little memory that I had buried in my brain, from a few weeks ago, I feel like. And I saw a meme that was like Stanley Parable versus Deltarune, and I had no idea what the fuck they were talking about. But now I'm thinking that I might know. Shouldn't be too hard? Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. Hell yes. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Fucking sick. Yes. The not-so-secret, kind of secret, mostly secret, the Stanley Parable 2. I'm still not quite certain if this is like a joke or not, but I like to think it isn't. That the deluxe was all bullshit, and it's actually... you know, the second game. 1 second. I think we're gonna double checking my capture really quick because I did not want to capture my cursor. It's fine. It's fine. It's probably fine. If it fucks off or something, we'll deal with it. Professional streamer. Alright, let's see. Now, I don't exactly have, like, a list or anything of endings I need to get to, of, like, I haven't done versus what I have done, so I'm just kind of doing my best to, figure it out along the way and hopefully not repeat.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oop. Okay, better. I'm gonna take your bucket.
The bucket. A strong bucket, a humble bucket,
Oh,
a
yeah.
committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
Oh, you're right. You're so right. Come on, Bucket Sean, we got this. Okay. I think...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It's because the employee lounge is fucking
And
sick
here
as
it
hell.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
You're
How
fucking bet it
insightful
is.
the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
You shut up.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Not what we're doing today.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere
Oh,
else.
okay.
The cargo lift, yes.
Right.
Go there.
Shut up,
go to
Bucket.
the cargo lift.
Come on, Bucket Con, we're busy. We gotta get... Don't fall off, 'cause I'm prone to doing that.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
Fuck
This,
yeah.
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini Stanleys? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
I don't.
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I do not like it. You should come up with a better name. Is this really too far for me to fall safely? Like, come on. Come on!
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend.
Well, that was one
So he
ending.
threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Hell yeah. Alright, well,
All of
I
his
saw
co-workers were
the
gone.
vent. We're gonna...
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed... the embrace of an old friend.
Oh, yeah.
A weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Oh, yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I'm
But
just cutting the
Stanley
man
had
off.
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Always.
Was this better than the meeting room?
I want a
Yes,
sody.
Stanley thought
Give
to
me the
himself.
soda.
Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yes, we're gonna sit here for a little bit. Sit. On this chair. We're gonna sit on
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure.
the... You're right.
Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey.
It's
the
a
bucket
lovely
had
time.
inspired.
We're gonna stick around. Don't you got me, Bucket Cunt. We know exactly what we're doing in this room, and we're gonna
Perhaps
stay here.
this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
I realize we haven't exhausted his dialogue in a lot of places, so we're gonna hang out for a little bit.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge.
Yes.
Clearly,
Oh,
the bucket and
almost
the
did it.
employee lounge shared a special connection.
I almost got up again. Haha! Yes, I am sitting in chair now. I did it, folks. I'm in a chair. Yes. I'm sitting in the employee lounge, as one should always do. Stanley Parable didn't expect this bullshit, huh? Any more dialogue? Have I exhausted your dialogue? Okay.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
No.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Wow. I'm not. I from a distance, I thought I'd have to crouch to get through here, but apparently not. Oh. I don't know what that is. There's papers on the ground. Beware the referee of pain. Help, help. The stripes of savages tearing off my arm. Ow. Holy shit. What do we got? What do we got? papers on the ground. In which chapter 1? Ow. Jeez. Ones. I wonder if I can... Controls. Yes. Key bindings. Crouch. Yes. This is how I crouch normally. Yes, jump space. Okay, whatever. Alright. Yep. Oh. Ding dong. What do we got here? More miscellaneous papers I can't read. Well, this copier really ran off the rails, huh? 500 tons of raw copying power! A messenger for the printer. Hello, printers get a lot of stick for not being as simple as they were in the early noughties. Noughties? And they get a lot of hate for refusing to print what was only one of the ink cartridges, when only one of the ink cartridges is empty. You think that's their call? They didn't design themselves. Educate yourself before you cast shade. Cool. I work with printers a lot. Today is known as the annals for a day is seen much wanted. The sun rose on the printer camps, and thousands of phobia coppers emerged from the midst. To this day, the local reporters appear. Okay, cool. Okay, wait, no. The day of ink is known in the annals, for scarcely has a day so much wanted ink shed. A baleful sun rose above the printer camps when all at once 2,000 photocopier cavalry emerged from the midst. The printers had believed them still a week away, and yet they were with fury on their hearts. The heavy cavalry was followed by 10,000 photocopiers. It is said that the fields were multicolored with ink for years after that day of horror. To this day, some local reports hearing the ghastly sound of printer errors upon the old battlefield. What the shit? Ink is printer blood. That means every time you print a document, it is written in blood. Think on that. Printing is a blood sport. You shouldn't print if printers are alive. You know what? I'll take your word for it. Oh my god. Ooh, hello. What do we got? What do we got? Narrator dialogue, narrator dialogue, narrator dialogue. It's all narrator dialogue. Narrator? You here? I've found your voice box. They're fucking everywhere. You sure do talk a lot. Which makes sense, cause, well, damn. I don't actually know how much, yeah, but I know, like, I still use, the, how have I forgotten the word? That's gonna make me sound very young. I know what these are. Cassette tapes. That's fucking, duh. No, but I still use, like, cassette tapes and stuff. Like, I listen to music on cassettes because that's what my car still works on, and you can fit a good amount of like just audio on them, so meaning that all of these is just narrator dialogue. You sure do talk a whole fucking lot, buddy. Let's see, what do we got over here? Ooh. Okay. Oh.
Okay. This is day number 295. Tape number...
Hey, Slady!
I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing.
I found something. And my bucket is lovely, thanks for asking.
I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Evidence number 252.
Sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness
Oh yeah,
in my chest
I found something, that's
when
for
I
sure.
set it down. doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure?
This guy seems to have some issues.
I can monetize it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket.
Okay, Mr.
But I
Ozzy.
have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
What? How goes it? Are you enjoying yourself playing the Stanley Parable? Yeah, it's been fun. This is interesting. I don't know if you've been able to tell this. I think I found an ending. Oh, jeez. I don't know what any of that means, but I'm sure it's very important. Okay. Anyways.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Nothing to say about
Stanley
that?
decided to go to the meeting room.
Bonsoir.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
It's pretty funny.
co-workers.
Yeah, it's funny as shit, man. I'm trying to get... There's one thing I remembered. And that was that somehow I should be able to climb up onto... Ah! Success! Success? Yes! Yes. Climb through the window. I'm outside.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the game until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Oh yeah.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes.
Uh-huh.
So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yes.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
I'm gonna take the bucket here next.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh,
Ah,
no.
then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option?
Yes.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? And this
a
is
lot,
which,
actually.
Perhaps you just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones.
I'm gonna bring the bucket
Though
here
if
next.
the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Okay, thanks.
Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever.
By the way, is your viewer
Cheers.
count climbing slowly but surely? I wish it kind of dipped there yesterday because I ended up leaving stream so early because my brother's birthday. Rest in peace. I do my best, but I don't know. I don't think... It's just gonna take some time, you feel me? It's gonna take some time because I am cursed. And let's see, what do we do? Are you sick of this gag? Yes. What are we doing? I forgot what narrator was saying. Do I have to exit the game? I got distracted. I wanted to open up another tab. What did he say? Slitty, what did he say? Mr. Narrator, sir, please. You gotta futz with your settings really quick. Arriba. Yeah, we're doing our best. We're doing our best. Filling space while I futz with things. Okay, cool, cool. Anyway. You gotta restart it. Lol, of course I do. Okay. Gonna try again, but this time we're bringing
All
Bucket
his
Con.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Come on, Bucket Can, we're going to the outside world.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
Hell yeah, Bucket.
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself.
Poggers,
perhaps,
bro.
if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket.
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
You have no brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations.
Hey,
and
hey,
paid
hey,
back for
hey,
the
hey,
sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of...
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are you even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Oh. What in the goddamn?
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power.
What?
Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
This is so fucking stupid. I love it. No, but that name that they
How
mentioned.
wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally.
Yeah.
This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Figurine Fighters Committee. Okay. In the meeting room. Oh, okay.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow.
Okay.
Very lucky indeed.
Oh my fucking god. No bucket anymore? Nope, it's fine. I'm still grabbing it. I don't care if it's cursed and
Stanley
shit.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yes. Yes. Good. Finally. Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. Weird spinning figures. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm grabbing the bucket. I don't care if it's some eldritch horror from, you know, beyond the veil or something, but it's mine now. Let's see. So I've got that one. Nearby a fireplace somewhere, both red and blue. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Okay. I think I know where we might find stairs. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. There will be a reward for finding them all. I want them so much. I want to go home. This is great. There's probably fucking nothing. I think I've already done that. Eldritch Splash, yeah.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
This would be where I think of staircase, but I think I already went in here, right? And found one. Yeah. I think I've gone in here already. Ooh. Really can't read these, unfortunately. The closet, the janitor room. Yeah, I've already hung out in the janitor's closet for a long minute. I also did this.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Oh yeah.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yep.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, you're right. Oh, def. Ah, yes.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm
Hi,
torn
Nix.
between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley?
Oh, right.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one?
Listen,
Besides,
all the names that you've
I'm
come
sure it will come to
up
me.
with have been awful. I'm sorry, buddy. You really need to work on your name game because, cringe. And how are y'all? I love Bucket so much. Oh yeah, Bucket-chan here, fucking awesome. I put my life on the line for Bucket-chan. You know?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
Okay, I think...
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Right.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Oh yeah.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Oh, I trust in the bucket. I have always trusted in the bucket.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through
Alright,
the large door
so
that
I've
read,
done one
Mind
ending
Control
on each of
Facility.
these. I think we'll go for the other ending on the mind control facility. One of my favorite things is going back up with the bucket. I can do that? Oh, probably not anymore. Turn around, leave. You're like, never mind. Press button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Nah, we're gonna leave. Say no bye. Changed my mind. Let me out. I don't think I can click this again though. Yeah, I can't hit it again. Yeah, it's a lot of them, that's for sure. Let's see what we got here. So you got the monitor, oh hey. Can I just, yeah. Oh, whoops.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
Oh, whoops.
Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Yeah.
Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Huh.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
What couch?
It
Oh.
really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well.
How?
A sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Oh.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Oh no.
It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this.
Oh,
The bucket
shit.
tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This
Fun
made no
fact,
sense at all.
electricity bill doesn't cost a lot up
He
here
was
in
simply trying to
Canada.
live his life down here as
Just lift,
comfortably as
rest in
possible.
pieces.
Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground.
It's an ending to me.
The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually.
Oh, it is.
It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Let's
Perhaps
see.
it takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded on.
Everything and anything is an ending. I can do anything. Hell yeah, you can, sweetie. Where am I? Did I loop myself around? Wait a minute, huh? I was moving and looking at the same time. Did I? I'm gonna retrace my steps really quickly. I'm so lost. Okay, yeah. Grab bucket. I go this way. So Borderlands 3 is free on Epic right now? Sweet. Is there usually? Guys, back me up here. I thought that because you come from here, you turn. But isn't it usually that this is the room where you make the choice? Am I losing my mind? I don't remember this being here. I'm confused. Am I a fool? Have I just suddenly forgotten the whole game up until now? Because I don't feel like this is usually here. What do I know, though? I will do more 4Ks on DVD. Yeah, fucking good luck, sweetie. Legion main. You know, if they try to be nice to you, though, you gotta let them.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh, yeah.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
The game is
Well,
made to confuse the
never
player,
mind.
so that's
The bucket
automatic.
was
Dear
wrong.
God.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was a mind fuck. I was like, what the, huh?
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Was there a choice I could make in here?
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket
I might have
isn't
done this
even
ending
from
already,
the
but I'm
original
not sure if
Stanley
you can...
Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before.
My
Yes,
beautiful
I know
wife.
I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Though recently
that
I've been
wacky line.
really enjoying
Who knows
myself
where
more and
it'll go
more
off
to
to
get a
next?
higher
Oh,
streak
I played
for your
some silly
4K.
music as well.
Sleety, stop bullying people! Don't bully the babies on DVD. I do like, no. Wonder if I can... I just throw myself off the edge, you know.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Alright, sorry, Maudley. Yeah, rest in peace, Sleety. Stop bullying the children. I will not bully the kids doing generator in my courtyard. Yes, good, good. Thank you. Much appreciated. Let's see if I wonder... Now this is my new thing of trying to, like, get up on objects I know I'm not supposed to be on. Yes, yes, good. Yes. Nope.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Alright, let's see.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Okay, so I've done the ending where I didn't destroy
I
the
think
bucket.
it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast
Yeah.
all along. Don't you agree?
It's not my fault if no one gets hooked on me.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
I think
Surely
I
you don't need me
can.
to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Right.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that
It
you
won't
give
let
it the
me.
bucket.
I can't
I
throw
don't know
it
what the
in.
Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket.
It just looks at
Destroying
me. What
buckets
the
is
hell?
all it knows. That is
I can't
its
throw it
singular
in.
Personality trait. Sure, I can hear
Oh
you
my
say,
God.
how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
It just
Well, you
looks.
see,
Yeah. Oh
if you
my
were
God.
to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush
That's
buckets is
honestly
so
really
densely
funny.
loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this
It just
game
looks
can you
at
even
you.
say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer
Oh my
merchandise
God.
the fans will
Sorry,
be
my jokes are
clamoring
bad.
for
Your
after
jokes are
this.
great, Sleety.
Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it.
Best
We
news
can't
and
get
bad
back to
news.
the
You can't
classic
destroy the
Stanley
bucket, I
Parable
can
characters
tell.
like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and... The Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Well, it'd be like that, don't it? God, I need to figure out a running tally of what I need to do still. Sure. Alright, so...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate.
Yeah, they added a
Assertive,
whole other
yet
hallway to
compassionate.
freak me out about. Hey Martha, we'll need to go somewhere, so I won't be able to watch your streams since I don't have a lot of data left. Rest in peace, Sleety. It's appreciated, though. Thanks for coming by!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's see, what else we can do still. Alright, there's 2 other endings we'll check out, I think. Ready to take care of yourself. Thank you kindly, it's appreciated. Let's see. Stairs, something to do with stairs somewhere, both red and blue. Jeez, I'm not...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, I think I actually remember now. I'll do the
Stepping
ones
into
over
his
here
manager's
first.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh yeah.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alrighty, let's see. So I gotta do the escape ending thing, and then finish the technical story.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Easy as fuck. Easy as pie.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh yeah. Jeez. Blink.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen
I don't remember
anything
which
like
office
this,
was
and it
mine.
very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine, Bucket Gun.
Was the bucket under the mind
427?
control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
Bucket
At
Chan,
this
you're my
point,
only
He
friend.
could trust no one except for the bucket.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But
Okay.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Success.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
Oh yeah?
Was it over?
Was it over? Come on, Bucket Chan. It's gotta be over, right?
Yes, they had done it.
Hell yeah.
Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate.
Oh, yeah.
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together. with
Stanley
one
and this
another to
bucket
lean
are
on, to
romantically
trust,
entangled.
To support. What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped?
I feel like I could climb
Was Stanley
it.
and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty,
Oh.
until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No!
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it.
Oh, wow.
Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
Oh, right.
To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What's with the fucking bucket? Please. You gotta understand. Alright, speedrun. Speedrun strats. We'll finish up
All of his co-workers
what I'm
were
pretty
gone.
sure is the
What
last
could it mean?
route
Stanley
that you
decided
can
to go
take
to the meeting room. Perhaps
with that one.
Stanley's bucket, the only co-worker he would ever truly need.
Oh, yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Right. Alrighty. Still looking for 2 more of those. I think I have a funny feeling I know where one of them is. The other
Coming
one
to a
I'm not
staircase,
too certain
Stanley and the
about.
bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Computer.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Let's go.
Yes,
Speedrun strats.
this
Speedrun
is
strats.
certainly the most logical explanation.
Speedrun. Oh, wait, you just go back up again?
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Yeah! Yes, good. We're gonna press the number 3 again.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life.
I am.
Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to
Should
him?
mash 8
Once
times.
Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Eight.
Eight. We will get back in the elevator.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly. A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3
Yeah, you
for the bucket
should.
again?
You are right. The number 3 bucket. Let's go.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me.
Oh, yeah.
You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket. and the bucket said nothing.
Come on, number 3.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories.
Oh,
through
look,
the
it's
number
Amalfi
3,
and Stanley.
stories
Hi,
of his
man.
dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. Only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Oh yeah. We're doing the bullshit right now. Thanks for coming by. This is the best.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Mustn't there be? No, because I don't know how much you know about the Ultra Deluxe Edition. But damn.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
I'm so sad, though. Guess what? Escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Good.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
'Tis the plan. A drop down. Ha. Narrator?
As the machine
Oh,
roared
there we
into
go.
motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is
Good
what
point, good
Stanley
point.
thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death. It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold. Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Okay, cool, thanks. Okay.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket. But there is something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together.
Guess
the
what?
bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as...
Ha! Alright, do not react except... Oh, I don't know what it said there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Don't reset
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, boink.
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all?
No.
No, surely not.
Can't keep putting random frickin' hallways in here, my man.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Yep.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I'll have you
And
know
here
that
it
I love the
was.
employee
Had the
lounge.
bucket turned out to be correct? Was
No.
it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Let's go,
Stanley
let's go,
took the
let's
door
go,
on
let's
his left
go.
to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Okay.
The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
JK. This away is where we're going. Oh.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring a bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay.
Now then,
I've done
I'm
this
going to
ending
run
already.
you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the
I'm
thing
not-
I'm showing you is a bucket.
I know the
Simple
logic
enough,
that I
right?
did last time,
This should tell
but
us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
okay. We'll answer this as logically as possible.
Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Cool.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Boing.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Ha.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
I want to say yes again, but I can't.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot.
Ha.
Okay, next one. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Okay, not gonna expand on it though.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question.
Both.
Both. Gotcha. item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one.
Cool,
Let me
cool,
see.
cool.
It should be around here somewhere.
Ha!
Yes, thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes, you are.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
Oh, shit.
I can't have that. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No!
Okay, here we go.
Ha!
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Drive a
All right,
mad, honestly.
Here we go.
Alright, 1 second. Now, I feel like I'm going in circles at this point as to what I need to be doing. So I'm just gonna look at the ending guide really quickly, and hopefully that'll... Okay. Okay. We'll try that one. Cool. Oh, what ending you may be... Well... Is this the right version of the game? I think I am. I think I'm looking at it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I am. Okay, so escape pod ending. Taking the left door going up the stairs leads to the office, but there's the briefly enter before backing out of the room. Okay. Ring ring? Hello? Whose phone is ringing?
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like.
Yes, dear.
I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
I love you, my beautiful wife. I'm stuck in hell, though. It's a paradoxical, never-ending purgatory, and I miss you so much, though. Why is my phone? Why is she calling the phone over here to talk to me, though? Alrighty, let's see. I think.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Speedrun strats, speedrun strats, speedrun strats.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
Wait.
not an...
Okay. We'll try again.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room and from what new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today. Let's find out. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yep.
Stepping in...
Alright. Success! We did it. Then it said to backtrack, I guess? I've broken the game. Yeah, I don't know. I got the... It said in the guide that this would get the narrator to disappear. We don't need him anyway. We've got the bucket. Oh, hey. Hello. Oh. You are now leaving. Oh! Escape pod bay, floor 760. 64. Huh. I've never seen this before. Oh. It's 55. Oh. Interesting. Bucket's got no words of wisdom. Narrator is fucked off, apparently. Hello? Anyone here? Nothing. Sorry, Mothy, I've been lurking, taking care of your IRL stuff. No, fair enough, you're all good. I don't even know what I'm doing right now, man. I don't know what all these red doors are about. It's a little bit crazy. A little bit freaky, one might say. I've looked up a guide, so I've just kind of been doing really quickly summary version of endings I didn't know about. Oh. Escape pod launch bay. Dang. Escape. Hello? Oh. Chick, what is your affiliate? Chick? Who's Chick? Because I'm not a chick. Oh. Stanley, buddy, my guy, my bro, my duder. Should I be leaving? Oh. Hello? Matthew, how close are you? Oh, okay. I am still at pretty much a solid 2.6 on my average. It's rough. If only, you know. I'm not pulling in the numbers. Oh, where? Ding dong.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's my... Guys, where's my bucket? My bucket, it's gone! What do I do? I don't know what to do without my bucket.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
I don't
on
know what
his
to
left.
do without my bucket, guys.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps
Do
he
I
wanted to
just not
stop
get
by
a
the
bucket
employee
anymore?
lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open
my
door on
God.
his left. Stanley was so bad at
I
following
fix that. I didn't-
directions, it's incredible he wasn't
Trust
5
me,
years
I know
ago.
it's freaking rough. Yeah, it is. It's a pain in the ass, is what
Look,
it is.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
I got mine 2 days ago.
I
Congratulations.
realize that investing your trust in someone
That's
else
dope
can
as
be
hell.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Nope.
Someone you... Really?
Yep.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Jesus.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Oh.
Now listen carefully, this is important. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines.
Yeah.
Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Dope.
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all.
Yeah.
You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Dope. How long have you been on today? Bless you, by the way. Thank you. About an hour. A little bit more than an hour. I don't remember what he said, but...
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Ding dong. I do love new things.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Oh yeah, it's dope.
I actually feel happy.
Oh yes, very, very beautiful, Mr. Narrator, sir. It's lovely. My vision's getting all blurry because of it. Oh jeez, I can't stare right into the light or else. Oh wow. You know what? This is like the cool screensavers that you find. I'll see if I can get on the team to give you some push today. What does your schedule look like for later? I'll probably be streaming later. It might be a little bit later tonight, or it might be right after lunch, but I don't have a super concrete schedule. But it's likely I'll be doing 2 separate streams today, or at least one other after I get through what I want to get through on the Stanley Parable. Da, 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 da. It's beautiful, Mr. Narrator. We're leaving, though.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Away.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I think that they mentioned stairs as one of the collectible thingies.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Viva la loca!
No!
Ha!
Oh, thank God. You lived.
Nope.
You had me worried there for a moment. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
Suffer.
I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back.
Good.
Why are you doing this?
To make you suffer. And I... Boink.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
He sounds so sad. Is viewers the only... all you are missing? Yep. It
My
is
God.
only the viewers.
Is this really how much you dislike my game?
Okay,
That
buddy.
you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
I feel
You are
bad
literally
now.
willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
I feel sad. We
Am I
can go
reading
back
the
in the room.
situation correctly?
We can go back to the
Yes.
room.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
We'll look at it again. I feel bad for you. You
I know
pitiful,
you'll
pitiful
see,
man.
You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that,
I
can't
do
you?
like watching the pretty lights and colors. It looks lovely. Mr. Parable. Yep. Uh-huh. Anyway. LOL.
No, perhaps not.
Nope, nope. You better beg and plead with me again, buddy. Bro, this game is so messed up, honestly. Yep. I feel like we've, like, tortured this narrator guy as much as he's tortured us. Oh, God. Viva la loca. Whee! Damn.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore.
He sounds so
I
sad
just
and
wanted us
pathetic.
to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
It was.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
This one is yours.
He is such a sad and pathetic creature, this narrator, sir. You're omniscient in all things, and yet...
Is
Born.
it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh, there he is. Oh, God. Up. Okay, cool. Anything new?
All of his co-workers were gone.
What else was it? Oh, hi, Shiz. What's up? I am trying to get some... Go room. To go up the stairs and bust it under the keypad. Ba. Looking for specifically the new stuff from okay. What's it going? Hey, buddy. Yes. Yo, we trying to push Matthew today. Thanks, folks. It's appreciated. Sorry for the quick pause, because right now I'm trying to get through as many endings as possible, so I'm looking at a guide really quickly. Art. Games. Done that one. Alrighty. So, did that. Let's see, what else? Alright, so I'm gonna close the game one more time. I'm gonna reopen it, because apparently that's an ending. So...
What could it mean?
Quit. Close the game. And then reopen it again. Because, you know, meta. That's meta as fuck. Hold on, be right back, Ma. Thanks. It's just no problem. Okay, hopefully the capture picks it up again. It is perfecto. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. I feel like I've done this already. Okay. Please adjust the slider until the dog and cat are friends. Yay! They're friendos! An ending to Stanley? Unheard of, honestly. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Yes! I love to play with sliders. These developers know exactly what they want from me. Yes! Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Yeah! I will continue to adjust the slider. I love adjusting sliders. They're great. Ha! Which of the two made-up words below is most appealing to you? Ooh. Akabackle or Scrumtush. I am preferable to Akabackle. Please don't adjust the slider. Oh, but I want to. You've been having me adjust sliders this entire time. But alright. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes, I do. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? No. Yes. No? Yes. No. Yes, it is. What is time anyway? No. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help. No. I mean, yes. You know what? You've been giving me sliders this entire time. I fucking love sliders. I understand. I will help you out. Will you come back to visit me? Hell yeah, I will. You know what? I think I like you more than W.D. Gaster from Undertale. We'll try it again. I think I understand what they want from me, and I'll do it because I'm a fool. Try it one more time, open up the game again. Because Slider Man, that person's been, like, hella nice to me this whole time. Bye, crows, crows, crows. Crows, crows, crows. Crows, 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 crows. What time is it? Does anyone really, truly know? No. Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. I think I'd call you a bud, my guy. I think we're awesome. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. No! There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. I still don't really know you. I think I know you, and I think you know me, and I think we can be fucking buds as hell. And you don't know me. I know you, man. And neither of us knows what time it is. I do know what time it is. It's 11:44. Guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. No! Video games were meant to be played alone. Say that to all 3 viewers on my channel. There's 4 of us watching right now, man. You like being alone, don't you? No! We're friends! Maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. You don't need to leave! There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. No! My friend! My buddy! Please! We gotta be buds! Friends! Let's see. Looking for... Okay, I know where the last figure is. And I'll grab that next. We'll do that.
This is the...
Boop, 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 boop.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he... Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket.
Sure fucking is,
And
bud.
indeed it was. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alrighty, yep, only one left, and I know where it is. I've watched a streamer once that literally did the total opposite of what the narrator wanted to do. It was funny. It is very funny. That's what I did on my first run of it.
Upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm not doing that. We're doing this.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Oh my god.
Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
Hell yeah,
this
it is.
Doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Oh, you're right.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that.
Oh, yeah.
So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Poggers, bro. Let's see. Anything else I missed? So, I know this ending. I've done that ending already. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Damn, I don't know if there's much anything else except for keep doing that restart on the game. We'll try going up and down the stairs, the
Stepping
elevator
into
again.
his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light let Stanley guess the correct code by sheer luck.
Oh yeah.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Cause, let's see, the thing
The
I was looking at
elevator
back and
raced
forth
downward,
said just to go
plummeting
back and forth in
towards
the
an
elevator a few
unknown
times.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Oh, 428.
Soothing him,
420,
comforting him,
420.
reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything
Nice,
will be
nice,
fine.
nice. JK, we're going upstairs
Wait,
again.
Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Oh, yeah.
The bucket said nothing.
got this. We got this. Number 3, number 3, number 3.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolute... Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
The Lamau.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me.
You gotta
and
understand.
I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
Ooh. Harsh. I don't know, Stanley. This whole bucket-chan here, giving you the cold shoulder, feels like.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator. Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator.
Oh yeah, ruminate.
He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Oh yeah, it's to go back up once we come down again.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley.
Oh yeah.
And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Oh, we got this. We got this, folks.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Trying to figure out what the bucket was for. Yeah, I don't know. It's the thing now. I don't know. It's a beloved bucket. An evening with world peace, baby. Ah, yes. Stage tour. Oh, crazy. The Stanley Parable Stanley tonight live on stage. Shh. Doing great. Conversation with Alexander the Great. Hell yeah. To stage 333.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Oh my god. The dude who came up with pizza. We got this.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting. He was a failure.
Yeah.
And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
What is the goal of the game? Good question. I wish I knew. I mean, so basically, Stanley Parable, you go through as this guy named Stanley, with a narrator. And basically you're just finding all of these different endings that come from, you know, either, obeying or disobeying or going off on your own kind of, thing. In the setting that you've been presented, you know? Here's one. Here's a solid one. Well, actually. Nope, never mind. I was wrong. I think that's actually all the endings. One second. We're gonna open it up one more time. Hopefully I can get my guy, my dude, my sliders man to come back. I think I'll probably have to do this a couple times. I think this unlocks the epilogue though. Okay. This is gonna be tedious, by the way. Sorry, folks, in advance. But it should just be a few times. I think I do know something. Oh? I believe you have to reset it 8 times. Possibly. Because, total number right now is only about 3 where he didn't show up. Hasn't taken super long so far. Luckily. Boink. Boink. Yeah, and then we'll be able to unlock saw a layout board that depicted him resetting 8 times. Layout board. Probably. It could also be randomized, which I'm a little bit worried about. So we're just gonna keep doing it until something happens. You know, as any real gamer would. Luckily, it doesn't mess up my capture. The board is in the game. Oh, okay. I've lost track of how many times I've done it, so hopefully it'll queue at some point. Come on, come on. Yeesh. We've got to be coming up around the number 8 by now. If I remember correctly, it was near the room that had the shit ton of monitors on the wall. Ooh, I'm not sure. I think I've hit reset at least 8 times now, though. You've been there? Possibly, but it's also possible I didn't connect that information in my brain. Oh well, I gotta get back to work. I'll check on y'all later, though. Thanks for coming by, Shiz! Big preesh. Not super riveting gameplay, I know. Have you seen the movie X-Men? I've seen a couple of them, but it's been years. I do not remember any of the plot, like, at all, I'll be honest. Okay, later, Mommy. Oh, wow, thanks for that. Is it because I haven't seen any of the X-Men movies in ages? Or remember them? I watched Logan in theaters, I remember that. Whoop. Oh, jeez. The room I'm talking about is the cerebral cylinder room that the group goes into? Oh, okay. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Maybe. No, I just keep closing and opening the game over and over again, hoping to get this one little cutscene. Please. Oh god. But I think I'm only gonna do it maybe 2 or 3 more times, and then I'll probably call the stream there. You know, mostly to get myself some lunch, and then probably I'll probably stream after I eat and come back on with another game. As to what that is, I'm indecisive, but it'll probably be one of them. And you're all good. You're all good. Your delay is long, lol. Oh no! It's probably because I'm closing and reopening this page over and over again. Alright. If it doesn't show up on this one, we'll be calling the stream. Probably won't be streaming Stanley Parable again after this. However, it was a fun game. It was a solid game. And with a funny dialogue going on to it. Please, oh please, oh please. Unfortunate. I don't know, it doesn't really display any kind of, what's it called? I don't really have a counter for the amount of endings I did, the achievements I've got. I'd probably have to look and dig for that because I don't know how things work on Steam. But yeah, thanks for everyone who came by, said hi, dropped a like, I don't know, dropped a follow or comment or whatever the hell you want to call it on twitch.tv. I hope to see you all in the next stream. I will be calling it here. It probably will be streaming after I eat. It's around 12 for me, so that might be sooner than later. Question, maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything. I barely know anything. But that's fine. So a big ol' thanks for everyone who came by. It's very much appreciated. But until then, bye-bye. See you in the next stream.